rope dropping California adventure today. All right, we're rope dropping some good lines, rope dropping some bad lines, trying some new food, some new snacks, and taking a little stroll. I pulled out the flu games for this. You know I'm at business. Yes, 6:03 a.m. That's what time we gotta get up and get in the car to rope drop Disneyland and California Adventure. I live about 45 minutes away with no traffic, so by the time I got to the park, parked down the escalators, through security, on the tram, through the main turnstile at DCA, it was 7:27 a.m. And I'm veering to the left, and you probably know where I'm going, but if you don't, hang around for a moment and find out which my first rope drop selection will be. We're continuing down forward here, but if you made a left past there, you would have gone to Monsters, Inc. But surprise, surprise, rope dropping Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. This is definitely one of my top 5 rides in the world. So, you all right? Do you need to definitely Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout is definitely my top 5. Cosmic Rewind in Epcot is definitely on the top 5. Velocicoaster and Islands of Adventure is in my top 5. I'm still trying to figure out what my next 2 are. I have to contemplate. So I was on and off in, a matter of minutes. Took me 14 minutes to rope drop to get on the ride, which isn't too bad. But just keep in mind, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout takes you a few minutes longer to get through the queue, to get to board the ride. Some other attractions will have a lower processing duration, meaning you can kind of just literally walk on and walk off, something like Incredicoaster or Goofy Sky School or Luigi's. Rides like these have much faster duration, so you could do more rides in that first hour of rope drop. And with that said, we are headed to our next attraction, which will be Incredicoaster. But first, let's take a lovely stroll through Radiator Springs. This attraction has got to be just one of the most amazing attractions created in the world. I mean, just the theming of the land itself, the ride for Radiator Springs Racers is amazing. Speaking of themed lands, San Francisco is now open to the public. It is ready to go. This was my first time here, and let me tell you, I was pleasantly surprised at the beauty of this land. We'll be coming to Lucky Fortune Cookery later for the birria ramen, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Seeing the San Francisco Bridge in person, it did not disappoint. It's so beautiful. I am really in love with the theming of this land, or I should say the retheming of this whole area. Really loving it. If you were planning to do a single rider, you would enter through that little open gate area to the left. Single rider isn't open at rope drop. I'm going to do another video next time to find out what time these all actually open, and I will only do single rider lines at California Adventure and Disneyland. And let's see how long it'll take me to finish all of them. But we got on Incredicoaster at 8:38 a.m. So 38 minutes into rope drop, and we're on 2 of the biggest rides in California Adventure, with the exception of Radiator Springs Racers. But with that, I've rope dropped Radiator Springs Racers recently, and it was a long experience. We got in line around 7:30 a.m. It was, another hour until we actually got on the ride. So it was all in all, an hour and a half wait to get on Radiator Springs Racers in this regular standby line. I was with my brother's family. They were in town from Minnesota. They'd never been on, so it was worth it to me to just wait. It was one of their top rides they wanted to do. So, in those scenarios, I think it's worth it to rope drop Radiator Springs Racers and just wait the hour and a half that you need to in the morning just to make sure you do it. You check it off the list. Rides that didn't have a wait were Symphony Springs, Pixar Pal Around, The Wheel of Death, and Inside Out. as well as Goofy Sky School. Goofy Sky School is a walk-on. We doing it. This is awesome. Love the walk-on. So 53 minutes in to rope drop, and we're on our third ride. So I've been on a hunt for sunglasses this morning, and don't go to that kiosk if you don't, those are like the $250 plus. So okay, here's my price range. However, I wasn't seeing anything I loved. The only area I was seeing sunglasses I liked were the kids section, clearly, because what else would I enjoy? But literally they won't fit me. I didn't even try them on. I can tell my head is too big. But I am like a full-grown adult. Why do I only want kids sunglasses? I don't know. But look how cute they are. I want some. The little pink ones. Rope drop in DCA is special because, first of all, there's not as many like people in DCA as there are in Disneyland and rope drop. You can literally walk around, have half the park to yourself, especially on this crisp fall morning, cool crisp Sunday morning in September. What's better than that? So I'm wearing the Jordan Flu Games. They're not actually called the Flu Games. They're actually Jordan 12s. The story behind them is pretty interesting. Michael Jordan wore them in the '97 NBA Finals. It was Game 5 versus the Utah Jazz. He was sick with what everyone thought was the flu, but it's controversial that it may have been a hangover. Either way, Michael scored 38 points. They won the game, and the rest is history. Let's eat this fluffernutter. Here we go. This is really good. I'm not a huge churro fan. This is amazing. I love that Disneyland gives you 2 churros. Like for $7.25, that's really not a bad price at all. All right, so an hour 38 minutes into rope drop, and we are hitting Soarin'. This line is just never fun. I actually used a lightning lane for this because I'm doing another video where I'm stacking Genie Pluses at Disneyland, and that video will come later. So I did use lightning lane for Soarin', and it took me about 20 minutes to get through. So standby must have been 30-40 minutes to get through at that time. So I was actually glad I ended up using it for that. Another attraction that does not need lightning lane in the early hours of the day is Grizzly River Run. You can count on having your own tube wheel thing at any time in the morning. So this is a great ride to ride in the morning if you're looking to avoid lines. It does get backed up later in the day when it gets hotter and more people arrive. But what a great ride. I love water rides personally. I can never get anyone else to go on with me. So right across from Grizzly River Run is Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. I never take advantage of these when I'm here. I decided, you know what? I had my fluffernutter. I got on 4 of the bigger rides I wanted to hit. Let's take a little stroll around Redwood Creek. This is a great place to bring your toddlers. Let me just say that. I have 2 4.5-year-old twin boys. This is a great place for them to run around. I mean, the last thing you really think you need at Disneyland or California Adventure is like some place to walk, but trust me, kids will love it. And with that, we're back to San Francisco to pick up our birria ramen. I forgot to tell you, I mobile ordered this at 7:30 a.m. while I was in line for rope drop, so be sure to mobile order this in advance. So I heard a lot of great reviews about the birria ramen, and it was like a 7 out of 10. It was all right, not terrible. Yes, that was me slurping, and I ruined stained my shirt. Hopefully I get the stains out. But the birria ramen was good. It's just like if you're expecting like the birria that you get down the street or like around the corner, it wasn't quite like that. It was still good. So I'll just leave it at that. Thai iced tea was just like a classic Thai iced tea flavor, really good. I had the delicious boba. And with that, this kind of ends our rope jump morning. I'm gonna head over to Disneyland to continue stacking my Genie Pluses for the afternoon. And I'm gonna do another video about that to show everyone how to stack at Disneyland, because it's very different than stacking at Disney World. Disney World is like my dream Genie Plus situation. Disneyland's a little more difficult, but I'll tell you all about it later. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.